Darryl, can you talk about this opportunity for Dustin Wolf tonight?
That's well earned. He had a great freshman year last year, first year pro, and he's for sure the MVP in my books, not only their team, but I think he's close to the league MVP when you look at what they've done in terms of goals against and his record, amount of minutes and games played. So it's great for him.
You've watched a lot.
And also, I think it was really, when Brad and I talked about it, I think it's a really good idea to play in this game. They finished with 3 out in Abbotsford, and it's like a jump start for their playoffs too.
You've watched a whole lot of Wranglers. What does strike you about Dustin?
I have 2 things that always have. It's not just Wranglers. I think that if you go back to the junior career and that leadership thing you talk about is really important. And then I think the 2 things that really his work ethic and his hockey sense. Like he really knows the game. That's why I think he's been dominant at the American League levels because that he reads everything so well.
What can people expect to see from Matt Coronato?
I think we're all looking for it, right? I don't think, there's not many. Is there anybody here that's seen him play live? I've seen him play once. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you would have. Yeah. So I think we're all excited to see it live, yeah.
What have you learned about him since he came up to join the team?
I think he's a really good kid. He's been a real sponge, I think, in terms of the direction and following and seeing those guys that he's trying to be like, things like that. So, he's a kid. So
It's just one game, but what's the mindset behind having him between Kadri and Pelche?
I think the mindset would be with Cods, right? 2 kids. I think it's good for Naz and they'll have a good game.
You mentioned they are kids. Do you see any of the more veteran players really taking, I guess Matt more than Dustin, but really taking him under their wing?
Yeah, I think Dylan's been really important, but I think those kids have been. That's kind of why I would prefer to leave them together tonight because they've been doing everything together. So I think that'll be fun for them.
Darryl, what's the coolest part? You've been around the game forever. When you see 2 kids who've been working this long for it, what's the coolest part to kind of see for you?
You mean with Dustin and?
Yeah, this is a dream come true for those 2 guys. So what's the coolest part to sort of witness on a day like this?
Yeah, I think with those 2 boys, they've been really good at whatever level they're at, right? So it's the next part for them. So if you just do Dustin, you think how good he was in junior, then you think how good he's been so far in the American League, and then so this is kind of the reward for him. And then it speaks to. And then with Maddie, he had a really good year, and they get beat out in the Final Four, things like that. So it's kind of for Maddie it's different. It's kind of the culmination of his year because he's not allowed to go to the Wranglers. But with Dustin, I think it's awesome for him, to get this game.
What was your message what will your message be to Dustin ahead of this? Because I imagine it's probably a little bit different approaching a first game for a goaltender.
Yeah, I talked to him last night. I wanted to make sure that it's because Mom and Dad live in Seattle, so it was close for them to get here. So that's awesome. And just put his boots on, come play his game. He's good at it. And it speaks to we've talked about this lots because it's been a critiquing all year of our goaltending, but it speaks to the depth of our. I still think say what you want. I still think it's the strongest part of our team is our 3 goalies.